I've known about this for a few days now, what was unfolding. I actually received an email from Conor Benn's lawyer to make me aware of it. That I'm not going to sit here and hang Conor Benn out to dry. But I've got to be honest with you, me personally, pretty devastated. Like, I've had a few days to digest what might happen, so maybe this interview's different to what it would have been a couple of days ago. And like it's not often you get shocked, and I blame myself. I blame myself because I forgot it was boxing, and I was like, I just felt that the loyalty that we've shown would never ever put us in this position.
Let's talk about Conor Benn leaving Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. Boxing, the theater of the unexpected, strikes again, where we've seen some things transpire. Just today, the news came down the pipeline, February 20th, 2026. Conor Benn has decided to break and end his relationship with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn and seek out greener pastures with Zuffa Boxing. How interesting, because, it was just earlier in the week after last Sunday's card with Zuffa that Hearn was really laying into Zuffa. Their cards, the fights, the size of the venue, the lack of names, and there was ridicule. However, as we see, things got a lot interesting when today's news broke and Conor Benn walked straight away from Matchroom. These were the same people who have not only guided his career, but kept him out of the long arms of the law. And I believe that once again, we can point the finger right back at Turkey al-Sheikh. This is so hilarious because boxing has shifted, you guys, and some people haven't been wise to pay attention. But I've talked about this, and some of my brothers and sisters out here in the community have talked about it as well. And now it's time to see things, but it's already begun. Yeah, that's right. When Dana White started Zuffa Boxing, they've already gone through 3 cards. They've had one major signing in Jai Opataya, the Ring Magazine and IBF cruiserweight champion. And he's fighting in early March. already signed, sealed, and ready to deliver. But what you heard a moment ago was Ed Hearn expressing his displeasure, his disappointment, and his self-inflicted disaster. Let's hear a little bit more.
I'm used to just being expect the unexpected, but tonight really has blown my mind. It has. So yeah, there's just people that don't know what's happened. A post went out a couple of hours ago where Benn, who you've had from Day Dot, has signed a promotional deal with Zuffa Boxing. So, I mean, I'll give you the floor to kind of give us a bit of context around this because, yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, no, look, I've known about this for a few days now, what was unfolding. I actually received an email from Benn's lawyer to make me aware of it. That I'm not going to sit here and hang Benn out to dry. But I've got to be honest with you, me personally, pretty devastated. Like, I've had a few days to digest what might happen, so maybe this interview's different to what it would have been a couple of days ago. And like you, it's not often you get shocked, and I blame myself. I blame myself because...
Yes, you should blame yourself because you've handled fighters inadequately and it has come back to show and prove to you. You see, first of all, Benn, we're not celebrating Benn at all. He is a drug cheat and a thug in the sport of boxing, someone you went to bat for when you knew that young man was dirty, a dirty fighter. And you laid it on the line, laid a lot of thickness out there, and I'm sure you also laid a little money out there, allegedly, to help things kind of go away, because he was as guilty as sin. So, you should blame yourself, but not just for this fact that Conor has left your stable of fighters, Hearn. You should blame yourself because, like a few others who have come along through time, you had an opportunity to walk the sport in a positive direction, but you could not help yourself. You are your dad's son. And the way that you all think about the fighters, particularly the melanated fighters, you have no respect for these people. You're a millionaire many times over, and the money, the blood money that your organization has captured and collected off of these fighters, it's ridiculous. But just like Mauricio Suleiman, you are now feeling the beginning of a bee sting in the rear end because it's not gonna stop. The dam has been breached and the flood is coming. Jesse Bam Rodriguez is thinking about joining Zuffa. You've lied and said that he's already re-signed with Matchroom. But no. Robert Garcia came out and dispelled that. See, one of the things you can't get beyond is being disingenuous and dishonest to the people when there's really no need and necessary to do so. One of the things that you may be able to practice going forward with the sensei advising, you might be advised to say, I don't have the information for you on that at this time, but we can get back to you on that. Instead of just lying, instead of just coming out and say, I never said this. I never said that. But we're here. A camera and a microphone and an ear to hear is all that's needed. And you have given us plenty of that over the years. But guess what? Connor Benn has given you the same rear end that he allegedly injected those performance-enhancing drugs that he blamed on eggs. He's given that to you to kiss, Ed Hearn. How does it feel, huh? Do you have your lip gloss ready? I'll tell you this. There will be more fighters who opt to leave their present promotion company and also the sanctioning bodies. You see, now comes a little bit of enlightenment. This is what Terrence Bud Crawford meant when he sent that video out when he dispelled trying to pay the WBC for shaking him down for that $350K. Yeah, you remember when he said, shout out to Turkey and Dana. I hope y'all get that done. Remember he said that? I do, and I knew what he meant when he said that. But now we can see it, huh? Fighters are talking behind the scenes. Finally, because this is a movement. This is something that has been kick-started because Dana White has presented something different. And as long as you and Frank Warren, Bob Arum, who's on his way, who knows where, when you guys realize the whole status quo will be shifted, and the one that we can actually literally congratulate, huh, will be someone that nobody saw or thought much of, huh? Yeah, because guess what? Turkey has been working on this the entire time, huh? Not only with the finances, but with learning from the ground up how the operations work. You see, you invested a great deal in someone like Benn. You allowed him to fight on cards where he should have been enduring the suspension. You went to the BBBFC and you fought for him to be able to fight and get cleared. You didn't do that for Jarrell Big Baby Miller. You didn't do it. You've done it for Dillian White, who has remained a good soldier, huh, in your stable. But see, he never had the talent and the ability or marketability that you desired. But see, someone like Connor, you know, he's a hothead. He's rebellious, huh? Like I said earlier, a thug. Something that you can find an angle to market. But how does it feel now, huh? It feels awfully strange, doesn't it? When you realize that you gave your all to the wrong one, huh? Yeah, he's now over there with Dana White and Zuffa Boxing. And guess what? Whether he does well or not is not even the key to this situation. It's all about what comes when the rest of the fighters start leaving. There's going to be an exodus, right? But not the entire sport, but meaningful figures in the sport of boxing. Fighters who want to take a stand. Just as I'm making this video, shout out to my brother Blue Blood Sports TV, who put up a clip that says that all of a sudden after today's earlier weigh-in for this weekend's coming fight, Mario Barrios against Ryan Garcia, will be tomorrow, February 21st. Barrios is now coming down with the blue flu. Huh? Yeah, what that kind of tells us is that he's more than likely gonna lay down for Ryan Garcia being ill and all. Huh? Yeah, Superman probably told him, "You've held on to this belt long enough. We need you to take this round off, huh? We'll compensate you, but you're getting in the way of progress, kid." Yeah, that's how they do with these sanctioning bodies and promoters like her, huh? But when you have a czar like Dana White, that's not an issue at all. That's not the way the Zuffa boxing is going to deal with things. 8 weight divisions. 8. Huh? None of this catchweight BS. Championship fights with a Zuffa title, huh? That you don't have to pay for. And the Ring Magazine title, huh? That will pontificate who is the best that the sport has to offer. I'm loving this more and more each day because what you're seeing, Hearn, is the revolution of boxing, huh? And guess what? It's being televised. Yeah! This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about Conor Benn leaving Matchroom. And what do you think's gonna happen next in the near future? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.